The Supreme Court made a big ruling today in a case challenging the controversial contraception mandate in the Affordable Care Act. As Steve Handelsman shows us, today's ruling represents something new to American law, the religious freedom of corporations.
Outside court, religious rights activists cheered the ruling.
A landmark decision for religious freedom. American families do not lose their fundamental rights when they open a family business.
For-profit corporations, Hobby Lobby, and Conestoga Wood Specialties, whose religious owners oppose contraception, sued over the Obamacare mandate that employers provide free birth control. By 5-4, liberals versus conservatives, the High Court ruled closely held companies can opt out.
We still live in a country where people are free to live out their faith, both in their churches and outside their churches.
Protesters asked, what about women's rights?
Withholding basic health care from women is bigotry, plain and simple. We should not accept it, no matter how sincerely the belief is held.
If I have a boss that believes that AIDS is punishment for homosexuality, do I not get covered for my HIV medication?
More small companies might sue to opt out of other laws, but today's ruling is narrow.
It was very important that the Obama administration had another way to provide this contraception care.
Obamacare paid for the birth control of employees of religious schools and hospitals before today's ruling. I'm Steve Handelsman, NBC News, Washington.
We took a closer look at the contraceptive requirement under the Affordable Care Act. Companies with more than 50 employees who do not provide the coverage face fines of up to $100 per day per employee. For a company like Hobby Lobby, that would have been almost $500 million a year. Religious groups like churches, synagogues, and mosques are exempt from the rule. And nonprofit groups can also claim a religious exemption, but that's a complicated process. The groups can shift financial responsibility for covering the cost to private insurers. Then the employees work with that insurer to get contraceptive coverage. Here in Texas, reaction to the ruling is split across party lines. Governor Perry called it a victory for religious freedom, saying, quote, the Supreme Court's decision reaffirms that the government cannot mandate that anyone operate in a fashion counter to their most deeply felt principles. Republican Congressman Michael McCall of Austin had a similar take. He says the Supreme Court's ruling in the Hobby Lobby case is a victory for our Constitution and those who oppose government overreach into private health care decisions. Austin Democrat Lloyd Doggett had a different view. That congressman said in yet another wrongly reasoned corporations are people too decision, corporations are allowed not only to pollute our democracy, but also to interfere with their employees' personal health care choices. And we want to know what you think about this issue. You can share your thoughts right now on KXAN.com. Just click on the comments section with this story on our website.